2.3 is all about how we can actually misrepresent the data we collect with graphs. And so it's going to be really quick. I don't know if anyone cheated and did the 2.3 homework. Did anybody try the 2.3 homework? You guys are good. You're very... it's going to go really quick. There's only a couple problems on there, and most of the problems are pretty similar. But basically, when you're in stats, you want to represent data accurately. If you're in any other class, you might actually want to misrepresent data. Like if you're in marketing, you might want to misrepresent data, okay? So let's look at the first objective and the only objective. It says, describe what can make a graph misleading or deceptive. It says, a national news organization developed this graphic shown below to illustrate the change in the highest marginal tax rate effective January 1st in 2013. So maybe this is for Godfrey, and they say, hey guys, look at this huge income tax that's happening here from 2012 to 2013. That's awful. We're getting screwed over, blah, 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 blah. But what you need to pay attention to is this y-axis. Is it really that big of a gap? No. Where does the y-axis start? At 33. Where does it end? At 40. It's really only a gap of 7%. It's not zoomed out at all, right? So if you look down here, where it's a legit graph of the exact same data, but it's starting at 0, does that gap look as big of a deal? No. So basically, by zooming in and cutting off the y-axis, they misled you and made you think, oh my gosh, this is a huge increase. Let's vote no on the next tax, blah, 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 blah. But really, it's just your y-axis was wrong, okay? So what should we put down here? What might this graph be misleading? We just say, since the vertical axis does not start at 0, the graph seems to show a more drastic difference than there really is. Since the vertical axis does not start at 0, the graph seems to show a more drastic difference than there really is. Okay, and that's plain and simple. So on your homework, I think that's going to be the majority of the answers. They're going to say, is this graph misleading? Why? And you'll say yes, because the y-axis or the vertical axis isn't starting at 0. They're zooming in. They're making it look more extreme than it really is. I want to show you another one that's also misleading. There's a couple on here. There's actually a lot on here that I could show you. I'm going to show you this one real quick. So this is a home security company located in Minneapolis, and it wants to promote the summer ad campaign. When you leave for vacation, burglars leave for work. Oh, that's so clever. So anyway, they want to show you how bad these burglaries are in the summer months when you're on vacation. But what they did was they chunked July and August together. So all of July and all of August together add up to 20%, and every other month is just 8%. Why is that misleading? Well, are July and August individually 20%? No, that's a total. Look down here. Same exact data. Notice that all of these, other than July and August, are roughly around 8% average. And of course, when you add July, that's not quite 11, and add August, which is kind of 9-ish, yeah, they total 20, but all these other ones are averages. So this shows together, and this shows individual. So again, it's misleading you to think July and August are horrible. You're being broken into, get a home security system, blah, blah, blah. Does anybody get Ameren bills at home or anything like that? You pay attention to Ameren bills, like gas bills, electric bills at home? And pay attention to it. They do it all the time where they show what you're using and what your neighbor's using, and it looks like it's a huge difference. But if you look at it, the scale is always off a little bit. Okay? So guys, that is officially Chapter 2. So 2.1, qualitative data, 2.2, quantitative data, and 2.3. In a snap, you'll get 100 real quick, guys. It's just why are these graphs misrepresenting this stuff?